Let's move on then.
Next subject I want to talk about, right?
It's Brexit.
We can come to that.
We can come to
I want
Brexit.
to talk about spirituality.
Oh God.
I know it's a.
This is a tricky subject because you're going to offend everyone right now.
No, it's not. So like I had that thing with the girl when I was there in the bedroom, and I was like, oh, what the fuck's going on? You know, you sit at night and sometimes you wonder, what the fuck are we doing? What are we fucking doing here? What am I doing? So you sit in a bedroom and you go, what the fuck am I doing here?
What, you think that?
Sometimes you go just sit in bed and you're like, what the fuck am I doing here?
What about the knowledge?
Yeah, don't worry, that's what I'm coming to, right?
Okay.
Right, basically the knowledge, it's too vast to go into.
We need comments to ask about it if you're unsure what the knowledge is.
But eventually when someone does say, Sam, what is the knowledge? Basically I've had a few psychosis moments.
Yeah, some scary moments.
Some psychotic things where I think, in a nutshell,
okay,
I'm in a
we might be using psychosis flippantly here, alright?
No, I really...
But it is... I genuinely believe you had a detachment from reality.
Yeah.
Okay?
I should probably get diagnosed exactly what that was.
It's not a long ongoing thing, so it's probably nothing serious, but it's definitely something that is underlying.
But it was like...
Like when I first met you, I tried to say you should go see your GP and things, because they might be able to help you, mate. Just saying.
Yeah.
But you might not want help.
It's one of those things. Part of the knowledge is someone will try and brainwash you so you forget everything.
Of course. Plato's cave.
Yeah. It's Plato's cave. It's that kind of... You've been awoken to something that is... And no one will get it until they've experienced it, where you've gone... When you've seen that I am no different to a video game. I'm the same principle. It's like you're yearning for this knowledge and you get it and you're like, fuck me, it's so fucking crazy and horrible. And
it's a nothing almost.
I'm trapped in a game, I'm trapped in a prison. This beautiful infinite possibilities to this prison, but all of them are empty and meaningless, and they all are just here by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everyone around me is a dream. It's just a fucking dream, mate. Let's be honest. It's a dream.
It is a dream.
That's all it is. It's a dream.
It's a dream you've got to live with.
And when you become aware that you're in a dream, it's a scary thought. You sit there. I remember when I was outside my ex-girlfriend's and I was there, and I'm like, someone saved me, and I basically watched all this program. I watched this thing before. This game. That's how I got the knowledge for a game. And I'm there outside my ex-girlfriend's, and I'm shouting to someone. I know I'm in here. You need to get me out. I need to get out. And what I don't realise at the time is I started doing rocking back and forth on this bench. And I don't even know I'm doing it. I'm just doing it for...
Yeah, that's the
sensory
start,
stuff,
isn't it?
right? You see crazy people do it. You see lunatics do that.
Well, let's not call them lunatics. Let's call them people who are unwell.
Yeah.
It's no different to having a broken leg.
No, but you do see...
Or a dodgy heart.
But you see someone with... You know, you literally see someone who's a lunatic, and you would say rocking would be... And I was doing that. I was rocking, and I wasn't aware that I was doing it. I remember thinking, fuck me, I'm rocking back and forth like a lunatic outside the house. Because I was outside my ex-girlfriend's house, and I was thinking, someone save me now. I don't want to have to go face up to this outside. I know that I'm in here. You need to get me out. I know that I'm dead. I just want to be free from this. You need to shut me off. I remember thinking that. And I'm doing that back and forth thinking, fucking someone save me. And I remember in the game, this is the thing. After that happened, after I had that thought where I'm shouting to someone, in the game, it says you can shout and shout to someone to come and get you.
And no one will.
And no one ever will. You know, you'll constantly yearn for this God or whatever
to save you, be there for you, but no one's ever coming. And the other day I was, you know, some days you'll be there and you'll be thinking about life and stuff, and you'll be on a bit of a journey, and it normally starts, for me, when I really know I'm on a journey, because the thing is, the mind is it looks for patterns, like Plato's cave, and it's a pattern. It's like All it is.
It tries to stabilise the world around you.
Yeah, it's just a.
It tries to make sense of everything.
Yeah, it's just a pattern-seeking program in my mind. That my mind is just a pattern-seeking program. It just seeks for patterns for comfort, right? And it tries to understand it. So I'm there, in this room, and the guy that I'm supporting has gone to bed. There's two of us. It's like a low-functioning guy that needs a lot of support, but he's gone to bed. So
Did you go to the same bed, or
no, we're on the sofa. Me and this other guy.
you're on the sofa?
Yeah. This is what I'm doing. I'm on the sofa, right? I'm there.
Who's this? Initials.
You don't know. Because he's from Southampton.
Initials.
LR.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm there, and I'm there on the sofa. And normally, if I'm ever thinking about something a little bit more in depth, like I will YouTube stuff, but I would never do it unless it's in my own time. Like if I'm at bed, alone, or I can't comprehend this thing. I was just sat on the sofa, and I remember doing it once before when I was in Australia. I'd gone on that mass weed trip. Not the second one, but the one before. Not the one with the pancake. The one before.
Yeah. Well, the pancake was meth, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there was THC oil in the pancake as well. But the one before that, about 2 weeks into my fucking adventure, then I smoked myself so high I start fucking hallucinating again.
Yeah. Stay away from
Weed.
drugs, kids.
Yeah. Just think you're alone in a different country, and you think your mind's in a better place, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not. I don't think it ever is. And this is
Your mind's just in a place, and it's called cognitive appraisal.
right.
So you start paying attention to certain things around you, and you start making sense of them.
Mm.
And if you think of the brain as a bicep or a muscle, any other muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. So even if you were to lift weights for a month, it'd make you stronger for a bit. So even if you were to indulge in certain thoughts for a little while, those thoughts are going to be stronger.
Mm.
And that becomes your reality. Plato's Cave.
But I wasn't indulging in those thoughts at all.
No, but you might not have consciously been indulging in those thoughts. It might be a subconscious thing. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah. But
So you're not deliberately sitting there thinking this, that, and the other. It's not like you having a daydream.
As soon as I got high, and it's the highest I've ever been.
Yeah,
Because I'll tell you the experience that I had over in Australia the first time. The first time it happened, because I've gone a bit fucking cuckoo before, I was split from reality, but I've had this thing where it's happened to me. The very first time with Hayley, I never indulged that I was in the Matrix or anything like that. I never indulged those thoughts.
yeah.
They came because I was at such a low point in my life. Someone showed me this video, and I started to see myself in it. Simple things. The character's name was Stanley. My name's Sam. First initials.
The same.
Character was searching for his girlfriend that he could never be with. That's me. That I was just being dumped and I loved her to bits. The character was out of work. He was looking for work. He was waiting for work to come in. Start off. You're at a point in your life where
You identified with it.
I completely identified with this guy. I was like, that's enough. 3 things. And that's all I needed to become
that character.
in tune with that. And then be like, what else around me is not real? Anyway, so the second time it happened, I'm fine. I'm out in Australia. I'm having a nice time. I'm like, it's my birthday, actually. It's either my birthday, it's the day before my birthday, right? Which added to another level. It's like I've suddenly awoken up. I've been born again, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm there and I'm fucking smoking this thing, and I'm smoking so much, and I'm with these Israeli guys, and
Oh, I remember this. You did tell me about this. Yeah.
they're all sat down and
They were like Israeli soldiers, weren't
yeah,
they?
they're fought because everyone does Israeli things. They do national service. Okay, And I was thinking, I was looking at it, it was quite noir because there was this fan that went around the light, and it was shining through the blinds, and I remember looking at it and going, wow, that's very noir. And then I look at these Israeli guys, and suddenly I'm so fucking baked, I'm so high, I imagine them in their outfits in the war, because I remember thinking I could be in any Middle Eastern country right now on service, doing time, because I remember watching this video about Israelis getting high whilst they're out fighting the Afghanistans, you know, the Taliban. And I remember seeing a very similar situation where they're all laid down, they're all smoking, right? And I remember my brain took me away from my reality and put me in that one for a brief second. Just a second, put me in it. And then I go, whoa, what the fuck? My mind's took me out of my reality, put them all in uniform. And I remember looking at them all in uniform. Like my brain said to myself, you could be anywhere in the world, you could be in any Middle East, you could be in Afghanistan right now. And it did that. It put me there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It changed their clothes, it done everything. And I was like, fuck, shit. So I stood up, I walked off, I was like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? Whoa.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. I've taken myself away, I've gone to the toilet and I've gone for a piss because I need a wee.
It's the never-ending piss.
And I'm stood over this thing and I'm going for a piss, and I remember sitting there pissing and going, Sam, fucking hell, that was weird, wasn't it? And I remember laughing to myself because I'm high. And then I remember laughing and going, wouldn't it be funny, Sam, if you never left? If you never left this knowledge? If you never left the game? And I'm looking down at my penis going, well, this is going on a bit while, isn't it, this one? And I remember going, fuck me, this is going on that. And then you become aware of something, you're like, fuck me, this is never ending.
Yeah, it's carrying on and on.
And on. And I couldn't stop it. And I remember thinking, no, just keep going, Sam, just keep going. It will end. I don't know how long it went on, but the longer you're aware of something, the further you go into the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
The less you can come away.
Down the rabbit hole I go.
The rest you can come away from it and go. You can't come away from it and go, fuck me. Do you know what I mean? You're down the rabbit hole at this point, and you're like, shit, I'm pissing. It's not ending. Just keep going, Sam. It'll be fine. It will end. Like, it won't fucking end. So what I did is I ended up just shaking it off in my pants, and then sticking it in my pants. Obviously, I stopped pissing at that point, so I walked back outside. I sit back down. I just kind of like comprehend everything for a second, and I'm there comprehending everything. And I remember at that point we'd all known each other for a couple of days, and there was kind of like some gimmick catchphrases that we'd got to know each other with. Like, oh, Sam's crazy. He's a crazy guy.
What they
already gone with that, right?
Settled in.
You know, that was one of them. Oh, Sam's crazy. And another one was, we'd all call each other Sam, because there was another guy called Dan, another guy called, his name began with G, but I called him Gam, and there was another guy called Cam, right?
Sam, Dan, Cam, and Jam.
Yeah, there was another girl called Jam as well. But we gave her a name to. She didn't even know her name, but we just called her Jam. Right? So I'm there, and I'm like, fucking hell. I'm sitting in the corner, and they start reeling off this thing, and they're going, oh, Sam looks fucking done in. He looks crazy. Because I'm not speaking.
Yeah,
so I'm
you just sat there.
Comprehending everything. And then they're going, Sam, Jam, Bam, Cam. They're just going reeling off all these catchphrases that I've got. And it's like, we've got all these catchphrases, and they're just using the catchphrases at that point. And I'm like, fuck me, man. And I'm not trying to pay attention. I'm like, no, it's fine, Sam. Just be cool. And then another time goes round, and they're like, Sam looks crazy. you're right, Sam. And I wouldn't answer, and then they'd be like, Sam, bam, cam, jam, bam, cam, jam, and it's just going round. It's gone round like 24/7 times, like 27 times in a row, right? At this point, this is how freaky it was. I'm sitting there thinking, no, don't answer. And the next thing I remember, I think, just keep going, Sam. Just ignoring them. Just keep ignoring them. You keep going, Sam, and you'll be alright. Just keep ignoring them. You come out of this. And at that point, I'm kind of aware that I'm fucking high as a kite. But at this point, I'm away from my family. I know everything. Away from the people that you love that keep you rooted in this reality. That really helps keep you rooted in this reality, right?
Oh, yeah, help.
Yeah. So, because you can't go crazy in front of your family because you love them. But I was like, no, I'm going to see this one through. I didn't see it through last time. But this time I'm going to see it all the way through. So the next thing he does is the guy that was essentially my best friend out there at that point comes up to me.
Israeli?
No, his name was Dan, he was Scottish. Comes up to me and he shoves something up my nose, right? Shoves this beer bottle. But I didn't know it was a beer bottle thing at the time. He shoves the label of a beer bottle up my nose and I could feel it up there. And then they all start going, fucking hell, what have you done to him? And I thought at the time, when I was high as a kite, I thought he shoved drugs up my nose. I thought he shoved some other kind of drugs up my nose, right?
Yeah.
They're like, what have you done? You shoved something up his nose. What is it? And he's going, oh, don't worry about it, he'll be fine. And what it reminded me of was some real, at the time, it reminded me of every kind of scumbag guy that you've ever met, ever, that's going to get you into trouble. And I thought, he shoved something up my nose. I'm there trying to doing that, but I'm not interacting with anyone. That's how fucking stoned I am at the time. I'm doing this. He's like, fucking hell, no, I shouldn't have done that, mate. And they're all going, I shouldn't have done that. And I'm going, fuck, just keep going, Sam, just keep going through it. And I'm thinking, you know where this leads to, Sam? You're getting to the point where it leads to death. Because you made it this far, there's nothing other than... Because I've seen all the answers before, do you know what I mean? I've seen them all.
Through the knowledge.
And it's getting to the point where you get reset. If you stick with it so long, whoever's in charge or whatever's doing it,
They reset you.
They just go, this needs to be reset now. It's gone on too long. And that is death. And he shoved something up my nose, and that
was death.
And I was thinking, it's a drug that is gonna. It could be anything at this point because I've not seen what it is. It has the ability to be anything, in my mind, but I think it is a drug. I think he shoved a drug in it. I'm like, okay. And he's there, and I'm like, anyway. So I thought, fucking, I don't want to die. So I've stood up, and I've got this thing out my nose, right? And it's a fucking label. Fucking won a label when it went up there. And I've gone up to the guy and I've gone up to the guy that was my best mate. What would be you right now? The person that you know the best. And the ironic thing is, I said to him a couple of hours before, you remind me of my best friend when I was younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said, you're just like my best friend when I was younger. And he goes, yeah, you're similar to my best mate as well. And I remember going up to him and going, after I pushed this thing out my nose, I got up to him and go, he goes, you're right. I said, fuck me, man, I've never been at this level before. Meaning this, I've never been on this level of the knowledge before, right?
Yeah.
I've gone to this level. Guess what you're talking about? I said, yeah, never been at this level. Fucking hell, man. So I was like, fucking, I know it all. And I stormed off and walked off, and then did this thing where I'm walking around the city I don't know, and everything seems like I'm doing the endless corridor things. Do you know what I mean?
Just constantly going.
Yeah,
going.
Because everything seems the same. Maybe I am just getting lost and I'm going around in a circle, but I think I'm coming to the same crossroads. And then I come to, but it's not so much that. It's like you get to. It's like you're discovering the world over again. You said like when you're young, you learn the ability to say no, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be walking up to a traffic lights, and I'll be there waiting for it to turn green. And it's like I'm waiting there forever, and I know I can walk across the road,
But you're waiting.
but I'm waiting. Then I see someone walk across the road before me, right? And I'm looking there and I'm going, Sam, you can walk across the road. It's a choice. You've got a choice now. You can do it. And it's like everything individualized. It's like, imagine your world is this big thing, and then suddenly it becomes these small things that you've discovered before.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the traffic light system of, you can go before it asks you to go. You've just seen someone walk across Sam. You can still go now. There's no cars. There's no danger.
You can still do something about it.
You can still do whatever you want to do, and then eventually you will, because you come to the next set of traffic lights and you're like, no, fuck it, I will go across now. And you do, and you keep walking down, and you think, fuck. And then I got to this bit where I'd be walking past people and I'd be looking at them and not thinking they're me. I think they're looking at me, right? Because I probably was high as a kite and they are looking at me. But I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at them to that point, and I go past one couple, right, and they seem like a friendly couple, but they're looking at me because I'm looking at them. They're in their arms, and I go past them, and then I go past another guy, and he's a bit more shady. And then I remember seeing this guy that I walked past, and I think he's going to stab me. This guy, there's something really, really shady about him.
It's not right.
You know, I can walk back now and save myself. I feel like I'm walking to death at this point. I remember thinking, I'm fucking walking to death. Right? And I walked past him, and I remember thinking, fuck me, he didn't do anything. There's nothing that can hurt you in this world. There's nothing that can hurt you.
I'm invincible.
It's like you go past the ultimate fear of death, there's nothing there. And then I remember sitting down in this corner because I got bored of walking, because I'm just walking over and over and over again. So I sit down and I'm just looking down. I'm sat on this bench and there's these street lights, and I'm looking down and I can see the shadow, right?
Mhm.
I thought, I'm looking at Plato's Cave right now. I'm looking into Plato's Cave. I can see myself. I'm a shadow. You know, and I remember looking at myself and thinking, I know that I'm in Plato's Cave. I know that I can look around and carry on and make my world bigger and make it more worldly. But at the moment, I'm just looking, understanding the world. So then I turn around, and obviously everything is the world. So then I carry on walking, and I get to the beach. And I remember feeling so happy at this point.
At the beach.
I'm looking at the beach, the sunset's coming out. I've been walking hours, mate. I've been walking. Time's limitless at this point because, you know, what is it anyway? So I'm looking there, sitting there going, wow, that's beautiful, that is. And I remember thinking, I'm having sex right now. I remember thinking, this is sex, this is. This is the beginning. This is where it all begins. Then I walked back to the hotel, the hostel that I was staying at, right? And I get into bed because I was nervous about going back because I can't remember. Because when it's all been all up in the air and you think like you've been, I wasn't sure how long I've been away.
Yeah.
If I'm even still booked into the hotel, what people are going to think of the fact that I've been wandering off like a lunatic. So I thought, no, I need to go back. So I went back into this hotel. There's all my stuff there. And I creep back into bed, and there's this old guy there, right?
In your bed.
Nah,
In the hotel.
in the room that we're in. It's about 14 of us. And he's a bit of a fucking weirdo. He's like, talks about how we're all on different spiritual levels. Which is a great place for me to be like, he's introduced himself like we're all on different levels. I can tell what level you're on. And I got back into bed, right? And I got back into bed and he goes, oh. He looks at me, I say, and he said something, I said, oh, whatever. I got back into bed. He comes up to me again, he goes, you look different. You look like a different person.
Really?
Yeah. I'm ever thinking, fucking hell.
Fuck off, mate.
Yeah, I did. I remember thinking, fuck off.
You're a cunt. You're trying to fucking shit me up.
Yeah, I remember him ending on that. You look like a different person. He looked at me at first and goes, I thought you were a different person at first. You're different, aren't you? Buddha, mate.
Buddha.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. At work, I was at work. This is where my story came from. I'm at work, and I'm there searching for some kind of knowledge on YouTube, right? I'm trying to understand enlightenment, what it means to be enlightened, and I'm watching this video. Then I've gone off to the toilet because I need to go for a shit.
As you do.
Yeah, and I'm sat in the room, and this guy's this video is talking about how Buddha, the story of Buddha is, is this well looked after guy who could either be a prophet or a very rich person, very rich king. That's what the prophet at the time has deciphered for him.
Yeah.
So his king is like, I want to protect my son, so he keeps him in the prison, not the prison, but
Whatever.
the palace, right? Keeps him keeps him in the palace for years and years. Gives him all these grapes and shit and women. But Buddha yearns for more, so he goes out, but he's escorted by these people, guards, to see what's outside of the palace. So he goes outside of the palace, but this is not enough for Buddha. So he wanders off, and then he sees all these atrocious things of poverty and
all the other shit.
all the bad in the world, and he's crying. He's like fucking distraught by it, and then he sees this guy who's happy. He's got nothing, but he's
happy.
But he's like a practicing monk or something like that. He's kind of a spiritual person. So he sees this, and he goes, and then he goes back to the prison, and he thinks, I need to be like that guy. That's where it's at. Spiritual enlightenment. That's where it's at. So he goes back, and then goes into the woods and finds these people, and they're all starving. And they're like, you need to starve yourself. You can't eat. You need to starve yourself till you find enlightenment. And he does all this, and he thinks, this is giving me no pleasure. This is getting me nowhere. This isn't doing anything for me. And but whilst this is going on, this story, there's an overtone about how the wheel keeps turning of time, as the wheel turns, and it's really fucking weird. It just keeps going as the wheel. It's like go to this sequence of a fucking wheel turning, and the woman goes, as the wheel turns, the time turns, and it's like this, and then it go back to the story. Anyway, so then he gets to this point where this woman comes across him in the woods. He's by himself, and she thinks she's found a tree god, so she gives him some food, right? And he eats the food, and then he sits under the apple tree, and then the woman who's narrating goes, there's been many more enlightened people, many more stronger men than you that have come to this tree to find enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits there and he goes, but he still sits there and he goes, why not give up now? Whilst you can, give up now. This woman's saying. And I remember sitting there going, this woman's talking to me because I'm sat on the toilet, I'm sat under the tree, this is what I'm thinking. I'm sat exactly the same point as Buddha is. This is Buddha, I'm Buddha, and the woman's like, you can give up now. Just keep, and I'm thinking, no, my heart's racing, remember I told you I had that dream where I fought near whatever his name is, Nero, whatever his the actor, Nero, can't remember his first name. Robert De Niro I was in Plato's cave. He was operating on me.
Yeah.
And that Robert De Niro, I turned around because I realised it was Plato cave and it's Robert De Niro in a white suit.
Operating.
Operating on. I remember waking up thinking, I had the same racing heartbeat. I'm on the toilet, just got this racing heartbeat out of nowhere because I'm realising that she's talking to me, not just the screen. It's like I'm aware that she's now talking to me.
Yeah.
Because she's like, why not give up now? Or she can go back to and be aware. And then I remember thinking, you know, why does Buddha need all these answers? It's been stupid. Do you know what I mean? It's been a bit.
Being a cunt.
It's been a bit of a cunt, really. He doesn't need the answers. He's just been a bit of a selfish, rich kid. And I remember thinking, no, I'm that selfish rich kid. I do know it all. And I remember looking, going, oh, that's me. And my heart's going. I think, fucking hell, that's me. I remember getting up and going, well, that was enlightened. Then I remember going to sleep that night and waking up and feeling like I had amnesia or something, because I remember thinking, I can't remember fuck all about the last couple of days.
It's intense, mate.
Yeah.
That is intense.
It's an intense story, isn't it? And then the one about me being at Auschwitz as well, completely different. That's why I had to come back, because I was like,
I've got to leave this shit behind.
I've got to get out of here.
Yeah.
But that happened to me at work the other
shit.
day. I shouldn't seek for knowledge I don't need.
Let's go to a break.
Yeah. But the body does need it.
Yeah.